I'm so upset. I'm gonna go to this person's account and block them right now. What is that about? Oh God, I miss Broadway. I could genuinely just sit here and cry about Broadway for an hour, but I won't. I'll save that for 3 AM sat on my own. At me next time, okay? Take my money, bitch. Hi everybody, how are you? I hope that you're very, very well. So today we are doing some unpopular opinions. Okay, so I asked over on my Instagram for people's unpopular theatre and Glee opinions. That is where I get a lot of suggestions for videos and also lots of unpopular opinions. So if you do want to be involved in this kind of thing, then go and follow me over on Instagram at Amy Lovatt with 3 T's. What else is there to say really? We are currently on the journey up to 80,000 subscribers, so if you want to join the stagey shuttle bus with me all the way to 80k, then please do subscribe. So the first unpopular opinion that we've got is that The Last 5 Years is super misogynistic. I mean, I agree. Listen, The Last 5 Years is one of my top 5 favourite musicals of all time. I adore Jason Robert Brown, I love the music, I love the show, but I definitely agree. I think there's some major misogyny in the storyline, in the writing, in the terminology and things that's used, and in a lot of the views of audience members who love the show. Right, Glinda is the real Wicked Witch, not Elphaba. I kind of feel like this is the general vibe of the show anyway, that's what we're supposed to kind of take away from it, is that, you know, Elphaba is actually good. But I mean, the thing is that Glinda is a product of her creation. Like, I think that she learns a lot during the story, and I don't think she is inherently wicked, and I think that at the end of it, you realise that she isn't, and she's grown throughout the story as well. I think when we meet her, she's definitely the Wicked Witch and Elphaba isn't. Whereas by the end, I think it shows that, you know, the journeys our lives take, and, you know, because you knew somebody, then you have been changed for good. So Elphaba has learned to stick up for herself, Glinda has learned humility. I think that, yes, I would agree at the beginning, but not by the end. I think by the end it shows that they've been on a journey and they're different people. Hence the whole song for good. This person said the Les Mis film is the best version of the show. I feel like you've got to be trolling me because the Les Mis film is a lot of things. The best version of the show. I just don't know how you could ever look at any version other than the 10th anniversary version and think that you can get better than that. I don't know. I just love it. It was my first and my favourite. I grew up on the 10th anniversary one and I just don't think that you can really get better than it. I adore it so much. But also, people have different opinions and that's okay. Wicked is boring. I've had a lot of comments about people hating on Wicked in this unpopular opinions, and it makes me sad because I love Wicked. But you know, again, each to their own. I feel like for people of my age who are like a little bit older, I feel like Wicked was a real turning point in a lot of contemporary musical theatre, and it was the first show that I personally felt like the type of music that I wanted to listen to in musical theatre and things. And I don't know if maybe, like, obviously now it's been around for years and years, whereas I still see it as like that kid going to like Saturday drama class, hearing it for the very first time, being like, this is the most incredible thing ever. So I still love Wicked, but I do understand people who maybe like more contemporary musical theatre. I just think there's a lot more now, whereas I think that Wicked was like a real big driving force in like contemporary musical theatre. So I understand people not liking it, but boring? Oh, I love it so much. And the costumes and the music, other than Sentimental Man. Home over Dead Mom. I think I have to agree with this, and I do think this is an unpopular opinion because everybody loves Dead Mom. I mean, I did a cover of it on my channel. I think it's the first song that I heard from Beetlejuice, and it's like the popular one, isn't it? Home actually like fully slaps, and I love singing it. It's one of my favourite songs on the cast recording. I love it, and I think it's nicer than Dead Mom, but Dead Mom's got the angst, you know? I do love both of them, don't get me wrong. The original Hades cast recording is way better than the Broadway one. I agree. I've listened to the Broadway one, but I always go back to the original. I don't know why, I just prefer it. I think I like the slightly different arrangements. I love Eva Noblezada so much. Like, I feel like we're so blessed to have her in the musical theatre world, because I think if she did that pop thing, she would be a mega superstar, because she's got those vocals. So I feel very grateful that we have her in the theatre community, but I do still prefer the original one. It really annoys me when people include movie musicals when talking about musicals. Like, they're two different things. People will say, oh, my favourite musical is The Greatest Showman, but it's not a musical. A musical is live. A movie musical is a movie with singing. They are different. Now, I disagree, because a musical is not necessarily live. A musical, by definition, is a story with music where the music advances the plot. The Greatest Showman is an interesting one because a lot of the time the music is not actually carrying the plot, other than, for example, you know, when they're in the bar, what's it called? Right here, right now, I put the offer out. To the other side, the one where Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron sing in a bar, that song actually has story and it progresses the plot, whereas the other songs don't necessarily do that. They're more just kind of like, we're singing a song because we want to sing a song. But a musical is not only a musical because it's live. That's not right. I don't know if I explained that very well, but I disagree. Hamilton is overrated, Come From Away is puke emoji, and the only good new modern show is Six. I disagree. I disagree with all of these statements. Hamilton, I really don't think is overrated. I do think it is a work of genius. The thing is, everybody's like, oh, Hamilton, it's like old hat. But at the end of the day, Hamilton is an incredible piece of work. That's not even opinion based. It is incredible. I mean, maybe you don't like it, but it is incredible. I mean, maybe it's a little bit overhyped. Maybe. Come From Away is puke emoji. I cannot condone this on my channel. Come From Away is uplifting and wonderful and heartbreaking and all the good things, and I love it, and I won't take this kind of blasphemy in my house, okay? The only good new modern show is Six. Listen, I love Six. I love Six. I am there for it. With my space buns, getting up during the Mega Six, I'm there. But there are other amazing shows. There are so many good modern shows. I disagree with you. I'm sorry. Just because I disagree, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I mean, I kind of am. No, I'm joking. You know, at the end of the day, we all have our different opinions, and that's okay. I don't like the plot of The Prom. A beautiful love story is ruined by the presence of the actors. Oh my god, I agree. I love The Prom. I think it's a great show. But even on Broadway, I was like, oh, get back to the lesbians. Like, I like the adding in of the Broadway people, but I do think that it's like a bit too much at times. I love Emma and Alyssa so much, and I actually like how in the book they only have Dee Dee and Barry, and I think that that kind of taking them away gives Emma and Alyssa like more of their own story. Lin-Manuel Miranda Lin-Manuel Miranda should stick to writing and not performing. He was the weakest link in Hamilton. Oh, bless him. You know, let's be honest, Lin-Manuel Miranda is not the best singer or actor, but I don't know, he's still Hamilton to me. I don't think he's the best, but if somebody was like, you can have a ticket to see Lin-Manuel Miranda play Hamilton, you know, in exchange for your entire life savings, I'd say, take my money, bitch. You know, I'm still there for it. I do agree that he's not the best singer and he's not the best actor, and he is a better writer than he is a performer, but I'm still there for it. I love the way Eddie Redmayne played Marius. Do you know, we're getting a lot of Les Mis today. Do you know what as well? I'll be honest, I didn't mind it. I'm not a huge Eddie Redmayne fan. I feel like he's always on the verge of tears or looks like he's just been crying, and it makes me sad because I'm always like, I want to give you a tissue and a hug. I think he's just got that look about him, like, bless him. I think he's a good actor and things. Very questionable about taking the role in The Danish Girl and The Theory of Everything. But aside from that, I thought he was quite good as Marius. I liked a weepy Marius. hilarious. I liked that he was very sad and crying. I really liked his rendition of every chair at every table. I liked his rendition of empty chairs at empty tables. So it is called. Lin-Manuel Miranda isn't being held accountable enough for his action, especially Puerto Rico last year. I don't know what this is about. Can somebody please fill me in? At me next time, okay? 99% of people who like Annie only like it because they played Annie in their childhood. Don't come at me like this, okay? Yes, I like Annie because I played Annie, okay? Wow, the attack. If you go to a show and get unreasonably drunk, you're a little bit of a knob. Cheers to that. I think it's fine to have a glass or two, but unless it's a sing-along show, then, you know, keep it zipped. I have to say, I went to go and see Bat Out of Hell on New Year's Eve, and it was a sing-along show though, and I was really drunk. And I had a great time because I was singing my little heart out, and I actually, like, all my friends had booked and I hadn't booked my ticket, so I was sat behind them on this empty row on my own, singing my heart out to Bat Out of Hell on New Year's Eve. It was an experience and I had a good time. I think Dove Cameron should play Glinda in a Wicked movie. I think Dove Cameron would be good in Wicked. I saw her in Light in the Piazza and I thought she was amazing. So yeah, I would be there for it. I wish they wouldn't keep casting the same 5 people and would focus on new people. Listen, I agree, but at the same time, again, I'm so happy that people are getting work, but at the same time, like, sometimes, you know, a casting thing is released and it's the same people every time, and it's like, I'm happy for those people, but I also am like a bit like, meh. And you can guess who's going to be casting things. There's so many incredible people in this industry that don't get the work that they deserve, and at times it is because it's about favoritism or who people know or who their friends are, and yeah, that annoys me. But also I'm very happy that those people who are very experienced and very good at what they do are still working, because it's a time when not many people are working, so the ones who are, I'm happy for them. But also I'd love to see some new people or people who you don't see all the time. Dr. Pomander is not actually a good person. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's my biggest thing that I hate about Waitress is the fact that he cheats on his wife and then just goes back to her. I feel sorry for his wife, and it's not like she's done anything wrong. You know, obviously Jenna is living in an abusive relationship with Earl, but we don't know anything about Francine and what's his first name? Dr. Pomander, whatever. It's a shame because I think he's so kind of kooky and lovable, and I've always loved him when I've seen the show, but at the same time, like, he's trash. Yeah. Oh god, I miss Broadway. I could genuinely just sit here and cry about Broadway for an hour, but I won't. I'll save that for 3 AM sat on my own. Theatre should have more representation of people of all sizes. Can I get an amen? Fat people can fall in love too. Fat people can fall in love. Fat people are attractive. Fat people are real people with real issues, not just a comedy character. It's bullshit that it's 2020 and we're still seeing it. It's annoying. Me Inside of Me from Heathers is one of the best songs in the show. Okay, this is so interesting because I used to hate this song. I used to skip it every time, and then when I saw it in London, Jodie Steele and the general direction and acting and choreography of that song in the London production was impeccable. I adored it, and it turned out to be one of my favourite songs in the show. It was so good in London. It was so good. Oh, I miss Heathers. I miss the West End. I think there should be a Riverdale musical on Broadway. Right, you are trolling me. Tell me, you're trolling me, right? You're trolling me because... No. A Riverdale musical? Oh, please stop. I mean, maybe. No. Oh my goodness, this person is me, in an opinion. I pay more attention to an onstage quick change than what's happening on stage. Oh my goodness, if this isn't me, I don't know what is. Honestly, as soon as something happens on stage, like a quick change or a wig change or something like that, I cannot focus on anything else. I have to try and catch them out. What is that about? I went to go and see the Harry Potter play, and I spent the entire show trying to catch them showing how the magic is done. That's annoying. Why do I do that? I like to ruin it for myself. I think that's why when I saw Heather's in London and they did the costume change, I was so shook because I wasn't ready for it that I literally was like, drop my headband. I was so shook because I wasn't expecting it. But then when I went back and I knew it was coming, I then spent the entire time looking at the costume being like, right, where are the breaks in the costume? When's it gonna happen? Who executes it? And after the first time, I don't remember anything about the scene because every time I then saw Heather's since, I was trying to look at the breakdown of the costume change because I love to ruin the magic of theatre for myself, which is annoying. It's who I am. Book of Mormon is not satire, just plain racist. Yes, I agree. Miss Saigon over Les Mis. Yes, I agree. A Star Kid unpopular opinion. I'm not a big fan of Jeff Blim's high notes. I don't think they sound good with his vibrato. Now, I love Jeff Blim. I think he's an incredible performer and an incredible songwriter, but I have to agree on his high notes. They are not my favorite, but I do think he's incredible and I love him. Also, I'm making a wiggly. My Cabbage Patch Kid for the sizing has arrived and my fabric has been shipped. And I'm making a wiggly in a video. I'm so excited. I'm also gonna make the Harry Styles JW Anderson cardigan. I'm getting crafty this lockdown. A small pot of ice cream should not cost £5. Oh my goodness, the pricing of theatre snacks and drinks is so ridiculous and I hate it and I agree with this person. Oh my God, Mean Girls on Broadway, $38 for a cocktail. $38. I could buy like a 3-course meal in England for that. $38 for a cocktail. I was like, I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna get a cocktail. And I was like, oh, I'll have that one. And I couldn't see a price anywhere. And I was like, but it's a cocktail. I live in London. London's expensive. And then she was like, that'll be $38. And I was like, no, one cocktail. She was like, yeah. Okay, it's my bank card. So expensive, man. Oh my God, so many Mean Girls things today. I hate how in It Roars, she says, none of my closest friends even has hands. Has hands. None of my closest friends even has hands. Yeah, what is that about? That doesn't make sense. Why? My mother and I secretly loved the Cats movie. Definitely keep that as a secret. I mean, again, each to their own. I rewatched it a few weeks ago. I had a great time watching it with because the first time I watched it on my own. I was hungover, I was so tired. The last time I watched it with my sister and we just laughed through the whole thing. And it was quite fun. I'll never get over the feet in Cats. I can't believe somebody would send this to me. I'm so upset. I'm gonna go to this person's account and block them right now. I'm joking, I wouldn't do that. But this person said, I don't like Jeremy Jordan. I know, kill me now. I will kill you now. No, I won't kill you. I will question. How can you not like Jeremy Jordan? He's wonderful. He's wholesome. He's short and lovely. And his voice. And he plays bad and good very well. And I love him. I love Jeremy Jordan. I really do. I really love him. Eh? I mean, really, what? In Jesus Christ Superstar, the real villain is Jesus, not Judas. Jesus got mad for Judas, saying they should feed the poor and not spend money on foot balm. What is happening? I mean... Am I being trolled? Are you all just making fun of me? Barrett Wilbert Weed seems like that theatre kid. What does that mean? What does that mean? It's okay to dislike casting choices. Yeah, it is. But you don't need to tell somebody that you disagree with it. There's been many casting choices that have been like, that's a bad decision. But at the end of the day, I keep it in my head or I'll tell my best friend. You know, there's no need to tell that person that you don't think they should be cast. Keep it to yourself. Oh, I think it's incredibly hypocritical for Mean Girls to hire an anti-LGBTQ actress when the whole musical is about acceptance and LGBTQ actors are currently in it. Can you tell me more about this, please? Because I don't know anything about it. So if you know, let me know down in the comments. Marius is a wet wipe. He is when Eddie Redmayne plays him. Anyway, that is just some unpopular opinions. Let me know what your opinions are, and if you agree or disagree with anything that I said. As I say, no malice is meant in anything, and I hope that no one's too upset with any of the opinions. Thank you so much for watching though. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you enjoyed it, and follow me on Instagram if you want to be included in one of these in the future, and I will see you soon. Love you lots. Bye!